If you are new here, I am Rose, and in today's live, we are discussing a comment that I found this morning on one of my videos. So this person, I just want to say, first of all, this is somebody that has been leaving some, I don't know how to translate those comments that they have been leaving, but I guess it just opens up ways for us to discuss different things. But unfortunately, the last comment this person left was about how I should explain how I have to get drunk in order for me to look at my husband. And I addressed that in a video. I think somebody might think that a lot of content that I create here on YouTube, maybe it could be based on maybe my own relationship or, some things I share. Yes, of course, they are based on things that I have gone through in the past, okay? And maybe some of the good things that I share could be based on what I'm going through with my current relationship, in my marriage. But it doesn't mean that everything I post here, it has something to do with me. It can actually be something to do with the story that somebody has shared with me. On my Instagram, people actually approach me on Instagram privately and share their stories, and they're like, Rose, you can use this maybe to create a video and raise awareness, okay? When I posted my post, and thank you guys for joining, I see you're coming through, thank you so much. As you come in, please like the video, that way people will know that we are live. So as I was posting my post this morning to say that I'm coming live to discuss this, I found another comment. I found another comment now on that post where I posted, I actually posted a screenshot of that particular comment and said, we are coming live and this is the comment we are actually going to discuss. So now the comment that came was about, Rose, why don't you share positive side of interracial relationships? Why don't you, give us the positive side of interracial relationships? Okay, so we're gonna come to that, but first let's address the original comment that actually inspired the topic of our live stream today. The comment, if you saw that post, says that I should put my husband on camera for him to express his side of being in a relationship with me. Okay? So that I was like, okay, so now I need to bring my husband here on camera so he can tell his side of his relationship with me, despite the fact that I haven't really gone so deep into my relationship with him, okay? Like I haven't put my marriage so much on social media. In fact, this is something that I fight a lot on TikTok, because when it comes to TikTok, even here on YouTube actually, when it comes to interracial marriages, people tend to put their interracial marriages on YouTube, okay? And of course, if you look at those channels, if your husband is the kind of person who doesn't mind making content or doesn't mind being in your videos, if you're creating YouTube because you want to generate revenue from YouTube, because there is money on YouTube actually, if your aim is to generate revenue from YouTube and your husband doesn't mind being a part of your content, it's actually a good idea, because a lot of African women, hi, welcome. Oh, hi, welcome from TZ, welcome. A lot of Africa, especially African women, like seeing those videos of interracial couples, and I guess they get inspired, or they get, it drives their appetite to look for these mzungus. So those videos do get a lot of views, and those channels grow very quickly. In fact, you might find you start a YouTube channel, and within 3 months of posting with your husband, oh, me and my husband, you might find you have already reached the monetization threshold, which is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Okay, once you reach there, then of course you qualify to join the YouTube partner program, which means you can start generating revenue with your YouTube. Hi Rongo, welcome. You can start generating money with your YouTube channel. Now, for me, I find it because with my TikTok, I chose not to be just another random, Bibi ya Mzungu coming there and being like, see what I have, look at my husband, look what he bought me, look at my house, look at my car, look at, like, I chose not to be that because everybody has a system and they have their content, right? Everybody here on YouTube, oh, from Lesotho, oh my God, that's my favorite African country that I want to visit. I love your flag, like I'm in love with your flag. In fact, there was a time I had put Lesotho's flag on my TikTok, just because a lot of girls, they put flags of where their boyfriends come from. As soon as they find a boyfriend from Germany, they put a German flag. So I had put a Lesotho flag. So everybody has a reason as to why they are creating content on YouTube, and they have their own strategy, right? Somebody might be like, okay, I'm gonna post my husband because I know my channel is gonna grow quick and I'm gonna start making money quick, right? And if you agree with your husband, there is nothing wrong with that. But for me, I wanted to give value. Yes, of course, I do want to generate revenue with YouTube. I mean, come on, of course I do. In fact, I want you to join my channel as a member so I can be making money every month. Of course, I do. But I wanted to give value and I wanted to be different. I wanted to give the other side of the story because on social media, there is so much that is being said that is not correct about interracial relationships. Okay? I like your style. It's not necessary to bring your husband. Thank you, Madi. Thank you. Thank you so much, my sister. I could. Okay, I could, although my husband is not a social media person. Actually, even myself, I was not a social media person until we got into pandemic to Corona, and then everybody ended up on TikTok. And then I started seeing what was happening, right? And I was like, okay, I was like, okay, I'm gonna, because I started answering questions about online dating, about interracial relationships, about interracial marriages, because I was in an interracial marriage. And then I was like, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong because the misinformation that is being spread on this platform is wrong. It's completely wrong. And even though I was not a social media person, I had a blog, okay? It was called Online Dating Tips with Rose. But that blog was not focused mainly on African women or African dating or anything like that. It was just in general. I was talking about romance scam, how people are being scammed online with these scammers, things that just covered online dating in general. But when I saw the need for African women to know what it is and the real truth behind interracial dating, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna refocus. I'm gonna refocus my content, and now I'm gonna focus on African women who want to do interracial dating. Hi, Rose, watching you from Nairobi. Hey, welcome. Hey, how is Nairobi today? Rose, family privacy. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be different. I'm not going to be here and be filming maybe my husband in secret so I can post here on social media so I can show people, oh, look at me and my Muzungu husband, look at me. Look, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do any of that because I felt that is not going to add value to anyone. Okay, so you see me and my husband going to Paris, and then what? You see my husband and I going to, I don't know, we usually go, our holiday is usually either we go to Denmark or we go to Kenya or we choose a country in Europe and then we visit. When we are not going to Kenya or to Denmark, we usually choose one country in Europe because I want to see as many countries in Europe as possible because I'm living in Europe. So then I show you all that, and then how does that help you? How does that add any value to your life? If I come here and brag to you about, yes, of course I'm still, because the comment said, tell us if you're still with your husband. Okay, I am still with my husband, but what if I come here and of course I have loads and loads of pictures and videos since 2015, since when I got married to my husband. I have lots of content, of course private content for our memories, just to preserve our memories. What if I put all that here on YouTube and say, hey, look at us, and we got married, and I got this, and I got this, and yes, now we are here, and this is what is happening. How does that add value into your life, to your journey of interracial dating or online dating? How does that help you? Okay, I show you, you watch, you go to sleep, you're still suffering with those jokers and scammers and crazy people and fetish chasers and people who are asking for your nudes and people who are trying to scam you, telling you that they have sent you a package that you have to pay clearance fees for, and all these people and people who want to come and sample women because they just want to come on holiday and just sample you and misuse you. You're still dealing with all that, but then you have watched my video about how happy I am with my muzungu and how I'm still with my muzungu. Won't it be better for me to come here and sit here and create a video and tell you, hey, my sister, beware, there are people who are going to pretend they're sending you a gift and it's not a gift, it's a scam. Hey, my sister, there are some people who are called fetish chasers. They are chasing African women not because they love African women, but just because they want to do some stupid experiment and just sample you and see if your insides or if your private parts looks like their blonde girlfriend or blonde wife that they have left back in Europe or in America. Wouldn't it be better if you had that information? Or is it better for me to just come here and brag about how I'm married to a Muzungu, how wonderful, how amazing my life is? Wouldn't it be more of value to you if I tell you I was involved with an old Muzungu and I messed up my life when I was young like you? So be careful. Wouldn't it be better that way? I like your video on questions. I didn't know how dark it can get. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nafula. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's not that I don't, it's not that I cannot come here and blow glitter up your, whatever, and give you unicorns and give you butterflies. I can do, in fact, I'm very good at doing that. If you go on my TikTok, when it comes to sharing sweet stories, I'm actually very good at that. I can go on these free websites and collect images, or I can use my own images and collect sweet videos I am actually very good. I'm very good making those sweet interracial relationship stories. I am very good. Even my own, by the way. My own is actually a sweet interracial relationship, I thank God, up to this point. But what's the point of me blowing glitter and butterflies and not telling you the other side? What's the point? And there's so much content here on YouTube about how interracial, how wonderful it is, and how everything is so romantic. But let me give you the other side, because there aren't a lot of people who are telling you about the other side, because they don't want that, because they're making money with their videos, and it's good. As I said, if my sister, once we finish this live, go to my page and see my video where I talked about how I met my husband. See how many views that video has. And I didn't even show him. I just narrated the story. And actually, the whole video was not even just about how I met him. I even included a bit about the American guy and things like that. But that video has a lot of views. Lots of views. But I choose not to focus on that. Yes, I could get a lot of, my channel could grow very quickly if I stick on that, and my interracial and my Muzungu, and today we went here and pranking my Muzungu, which for me, that I find it so, as a woman of my age right now, Me now posting a video for you saying that I'm pranking my husband about I don't know what. This is my personal view. This is about me. I'm not bashing anyone and I'm not even addressing anyone. But I'm saying for me, like I won't even be able to post that video here on YouTube. Because I'm like, there are so many young girls who look up to me and they need to hear something that can help them when they are doing online dating, when they are doing interracial dating. Maybe some of you are new in interracial marriage. Maybe you just got married and you would like to ask me. A lot of you do ask me on Instagram. Newlyweds. You know, maybe you've been married 1 year. Maybe you've been married 1 year, but you just, because of the visa process, maybe you just now managed to get your visa and now you're in his country. And then now you're getting the culture shock. You're getting all the things that you didn't know about the guy because you haven't lived with him. But now you're living in the same house. So you come to me, you're like, Rose, okay, you've gone through this, you know, you are in Kenya and then you moved to, what happened here, you know, how did this go, how is it going, you know, the people, the neighbors are treating me like this, they're talking to me like this, how do I go about this, how do I deal with racism, which is something that is, you know, each country, whether it's you're in Europe, whether you're in the US, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in Australia, that is something that you have to face. And this is why I always say you're going to appreciate your country very much once you move out of your country. So, I feel like for me, it's better I sit here and make a video, a 10-minute video, a 15-minute video where I'm going to talk about something that you're going to be like, oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. All right. Now I know that. Now I know that. I know this could happen. I know this could happen. Because when it comes to the content about positive interracial relationships and wonderful interracial marriages, it's all over here on YouTube. Just go and type interracial marriages. You're just going to find the videos upon videos of couples doing all kinds of things, pranking each other, trying ugali for the first time, my Muzungu saying my name in my language, my Muzungu trying to speak Swahili, my Muzungu trying to speak Kikuyu, my Muzungu trying to speak I don't know what. There is so much of that. I feel like there is so much of that. That's why I choose to be different. I choose to show you the other side. And not only that, I choose to Nafula is laughing. Yeah, I choose to show you that there is another side, but also there are some things you need to know. Whether it's relocating, you need to know a few things about these countries where you're going. Whether it's online dating, you need to know that some people on those dating sites are psychos, they are criminals, they are crazy people, they are pedophiles, they are sick in the head. What's the point of me coming here and saying, yeah, I met my husband on International Cupid. Our relationship was so sweet. He used to kiss me goodnight every night. And then we met and then we got married and we are so sweet and everything is so sweet. How does that help you? Like, how does that help you? Like for me, when I was doing online dating, okay, I used to see those couples, mainly on YouTube. We didn't have TikTok then. I used to see those couples and I used to watch because I'm trying to learn something. What am I doing wrong on these dating sites? Like, why is it that people are getting, you know, they're meeting people and I'm not? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with my pictures? You know, that's what I was looking for. But then I was coming across these videos. I met my husband online and they never even used to say which website they met. It was a secret. They used to hide it like mihadarati, you know, like, you know, things that we should not know. Hey, Kairet, welcome. They used to hide. They won't tell you where they met their husbands. So for me, when I decided to do this content, I was like, I'm going to be open. I'm going to be saying where I met my husband. I'm going to be saying all the challenges that I faced. I'm going to be researching on things that I haven't experienced. I'm going to be researching and talking about those things as well. So at least somebody can have information. So when somebody comes to my page and says, Rose, why don't you create content about positive content about interracial dating? Why are you always talking about the negative side? First of all, I don't think that I talk about all the time that I talk about the negative side. For me, it's about raising awareness, by the way. It's about raising awareness. Like, I am not, how can I be against interracial dating or interracial marriages or interracial relationships, and yet I'm in one? But it's about raising awareness, because I feel like we already have enough of glitter and butterflies and flowers and all that. We have a lot. We have a lot. We cannot all make the same content. Like, we're just gonna be repeating, we're just gonna be repeating. Maybe I'm gonna be seeing an interracial couple here on YouTube. Oh, today she pranked her husband. Let me go and prank my husband and post it. So then it's the same and the same and the same. Oh, they went on holiday. Let me tell my husband we go on holiday so we can make videos so I can come and post on YouTube. So it's just the same and the same and the same. Waambie watumie simu zao fiti wakwe. This is something, by the way, I face on TikTok as well. That's why I decided to address it, because I have seen it on my comment section many times. And then I was like, you know what? When I saw it this morning, I was like, okay, I'm going to address this. I'm going to address this once and for all. Okay? One thing I want to make very clear here. If you're watching my videos in hopes that you're gonna see my husband talking on my videos or sitting here with me, that's not gonna happen. Because this channel is my channel. It's not an interracial couple channel. It's not a family channel. It's not anything actually to do with marriage. It's not an interracial marriage channel. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's my channel. Yes, you cannot build your house like the other person. You cannot just copy and paste, copy and paste. Then we are all the same. We are not saying anything. We are just copying. Okay, what did that one do today? I come, oh, that's a good content idea. I come, oh, hi, Black Forest Princess, welcome. You found me live today, welcome. I cannot go and see what other interracial couples are doing on YouTube, and then I come now and copy and put here. How does that help anyone? How? Oh, welcome. By the way, you guys, God willing, next Sunday, we are going to have a very special guest. I know I promised you previously, but that guest didn't make it. Now we have another guest. So next Sunday on our live at 5 o'clock Kenyan time, we are going to have a very, very important guest. I want a white man. You want a white man? Why they want to see your husband wabambane na hali yao. It's okay, Kairetu, I'm not taking it as a bad thing. It's because that's what they're used to seeing here on YouTube. This is why I'm saying we cannot all do the same thing. Right? We cannot all come here and it's all about me and my muzungu trying ugali for the first time, me and pranking my husband, pranking my husband, I'm leaving him, pranking my husband, we are getting a divorce, pranking my husband, people have died. We cannot all do that, because if we do that, we are not giving value to our audience. Okay, I know, as I said, I know if I did that, my account will grow very quickly. Within 2 months, you will see me here with 200 subscribers. I know that. But it's not in me. And I won't be able to sustain it, by the way, guys. If I do that, I will not be able to sustain it, because it will start also now bringing negativity into my marriage, because my husband will be like, no, I don't want to do that. You knew that I was not a social media person. I don't want to do that. Then the content will die. The content will die, my sister. I'm so grateful for the information you have given us, for free sharing your... Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If I do that, I won't be able to sustain it. The reason I do this is because I know I can sustain it for years. If you see my channel, my YouTube channel, I created it 2 years ago, by the way. And if you go on my TikTok, I have thousands upon thousands of videos on online dating, interracial dating, relocating, you know, these topics that I focus on the same topics that I have here on YouTube, and I get excited. In fact, when I'm getting ready to make a video, I get so excited. As a matter of fact, if I get a question that inspires me to create a video, I'm like, oh my God, let me put on a bit of makeup. I need to get on camera. I need to talk about this because I like it. But if you tell me that now I have to make videos about my husband, I won't even have the energy because it's not my thing. I'll be like, oh my God, now I have to go and talk to him. Then we'll start fighting. Yani mnataka kuniharibia boma surely. My husband can't take those pranks easily. Yes, he will ask, what are these? Exactly. And you know, let me tell you something. You see, these pranks, unless, as I said, unless your husband is the type of person who is a content, and he likes content, you know, so you guys can vibe and you can do that whole prank stuff. But if your husband is a serious kind of person, alafu mlete this nonsense, my sister, let me tell you, the kind of negativity you're bringing into your marriage, thinking that, oh, YouTube, this is gonna get me thousands of views. Yes, it might. But then nyuma ya tent, behind the curtain, you are having to deal with issues. Apana, mi afadhali nifunge YouTube. No, there is no way I'm gonna risk because I know even if I was to convince my husband to do one video with me, then you people are gonna start asking for more. If I give in, and this is why I don't usually like go with what people want me to post. There's somebody who came on my Instagram and asked for me to post a specific video, and I haven't recorded that video because if I go by, you know, do this, bring your husband here, do this, you know, go by orders, then in the end, the next video I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna come crying, saying, oh, now I've been left by my husband, oh my goodness. If you like my content, the way I do it, exactly the way I do it, stick around. There is more coming. If you don't, if you prefer those interracial couples who post their husbands on YouTube and on TikTok, then you're free to follow those people. Because I don't see any reason for me to do that. It's not in me. It's not my nature. It's not what I do. It's not. Yes, Kairetu. You have to live your life. Hi, Lucy. Lucy Masharia. Welcome. You have to live your life. If you're passionate about something and you want to make money on YouTube, go with it. Even if you don't want to make money on YouTube. By the way, TikTok, I post videos every day. I don't make any money on TikTok. I post video every day on TikTok. I'm posting videos. Here on YouTube, I'm trying to post 3 videos per week and 1 live. 3 videos per week, even more shorts. I post shorts almost every day also here on YouTube. Because I love it. And I want to help people. Because I wish there was somebody who could help me when I was going through something. I wish I had come across a video when I was going through the dealing with an old person and I'm wasting my life. I wish I had come across a video. I said, you know what? You could be wasting your life there with that mzungu. He will never marry you. He will never buy you anything. He will never do anything. The only thing he will do is stress you and push you into depression. I wish I had come across such a video because I would have been, okay, how do I go about talking to him then? Which is the video I posted for you here also. I told you how you can speak to him. Hey Gina, welcome. You're not so late. You're actually not so late. About half an hour late. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, Gina, I don't know if you finished our live yesterday on TikTok. I don't know if you caught that lady who was saying, she was trying to convince me how wonderful New York is. And you know how I feel about New York. New York City. New York City. New York City. I said New York City is a wonderful place if you're making a heck lot of money. It's for people like Lupita Nyong'o, those movie stars who can afford to live in Manhattan in a penthouse. But that lady was trying to convince me, yeah, people have made it in New York, even people who don't have papers. Unajiita aje TikTok? Rose blogger, that's how I call myself all over social media. Just Rose blogger. So anyway, going back, let me finish about New York a little bit because I don't know if Gina caught what we talked about. I said if you meet somebody who lives in New York City, you have to see where he lives. You have to see the building. You have to see everything. You have to do a whole video call showing you everything to see about the rats and the, what are they called? Cockroaches. I said yesterday, if you go living in a place like Harlem, in a bad building, and in Bronx, in a bad building, I said you're going to get cockroaches crawling up your thighs. If you're not careful, you're going to have to go to a gynecologist who is going to remove a cockroach from your birth canal. That's what I said yesterday. And I said what I said. There are some places there, like I was saying, because a lot of our girls, when they meet these people online, they're all about, yeah, Kenya poor, Kibera slum, Siji the biggest slum in where, and all that. But then you don't go into his country and see that they got ghetto there also. You know, they got issues. I remember her, and you told us about a lot about. Good. Then I won't dwell on that. But I just wanted people to know the part where the rat inaku she kiliangu. Yes. I'm telling you, if you go to Harlem and you go to the Bronx, the rats there are not rats. They are possessed by the devil himself. You go, and I said here before, I said you put your foot a little bit down even to scare the rat. The rat is coming, is lifting its front legs, and he wants to punch you, you know. You know, the rat is like, what are you saying, you know? And then you have the cockroaches. The cockroaches are crawling all over you. You know, they're just crawling all over you. You cannot go to the Bronx. You have found a boyfriend who lives in the Bronx, who lives in Harlem, and then you're sleeping in your lingerie. At you're going to Victoria's Secret, you're buying a lingerie. Oh, babe, I'm wearing a lingerie. My friend, utanajisiwa na koba mwiko. They're going to crawl up your inaitwa aje? Katakei. Rats Zamayu, they are speaking to you, my friend. They are speaking to you. They are crazy. Anyway, so going back to our discussion, it's not that I don't want to talk about the positive side of interracial dating. Of course, there are so many relationships, there are so many marriages, there are so many families, genuine families that just, you know, two people came together, fell in love, created a beautiful home, created beautiful babies, and they're just living their best life and they're happy. Of course. But when people see that, they think that that is all there is. Especially now that on social media we have made it so clear that everybody wants to go interracial. There's a girl who came on my TikTok video and left a comment saying, well, I went on a dating site and I was looking for a Muzungu, but I got a Black American. And now the question was, do Black Americans have true love like white people? I was like, excuse me? I was like, who said they have true love? Then she came back, she said, okay, so which country has true love? And I was like, how, like, what kind of question is that? So I came back and answered her with a video, and I said, there is no such country. If there was such a country, like there will be so many people wanting to relocate to that country. So these are the things that people are seeing on social media, and then they're just misled that you could even find a wonderful black man, but because he's not white, you're like, no, it has to be interracial. That's the only place where I can find a romantic, generous, kind guy, because he has to be white. No. Love is everywhere, by the way, guys. Love is everywhere. Love is everywhere. It depends on the person you meet. White, black, Asian, whoever it is. Somebody can love you regardless of the race, regardless of where he comes from, which country he comes from. He can love you unconditionally and truly. Okay? But when it comes to interracial, interracial marriages and interracial relationships have become so complicated because everybody is getting on those dating apps, but they're not getting on those dating apps for the right reasons. They're seeing what they're seeing on social media. Oh my God, that girl went, found a mzungu, and now she's posting on social media. She's got a new car. She's got a new iPhone. She's got a new this. Oh my goodness. So now we go there as a biashara, business. Kuomoka. And then once you go there to omoka, you put yourself in a very, very dangerous situation, because your goal is to omoka, which means you're gonna do anything it takes, whatever it takes. And these people you're meeting online these days, if you see somebody who is so quick to send you money, there is something hidden. There is something they want. Either they are doing an investment because they are planning to come to your country, therefore they are sort of like paying you in advance, or they just want to soften you with money so you can send them content that they can sell online. Like I said last time, they want you to take your clothes off. They want you to go and buy some gadgets to insert in yourself while you're recording yourself so they can go and sell that content. We talked about this before. So in your quest to omoka, you're going to lose a lot. And I told you what you're going to lose last time. I said you're going to lose your grip because you're there just digging yourself with some machines. You're destroying yourself. So for me, I will continue. Okay, I will continue. Hey, Ayan, welcome. Good morning, welcome. I will continue creating this content. I will continue raising awareness. I will continue focusing on the other side. Okay? I will continue focusing on the other side because there are so many content creators that are focusing on the side of interracial dating is so beautiful, it's so fun, it's all glitter, it's all, as I said, butterflies and flowers and chocolates and money bouquets and iPhones and Bentleys. And there are some people who go to these showrooms and they take pictures with cars, and then they come and post on social media. Do you know some people actually post videos as a joke, and then some people take it seriously? There's a video I posted as a joke. I was, as I said, I think I mentioned this, I was actually duetting another guy who was saying that young African girls always go for old white people, very old white people. So for me, since I have talked about this, I was like, okay, well, I'm not the only one. So I duetted that video. And people didn't take it kindly. Young women, especially young Kenyan women, didn't take it kindly. Because they didn't see the joke on it. They were like, how dare you? Oh, and I was like, you guys, I didn't even create the video. I just reacted to the video because it touched on something that I usually talk about. So there are some people who would post a video even here on YouTube as a joke, and then people will take it seriously. Like somebody could go and take a picture with an expensive car and it's not hers. And then she comes, she posts here on YouTube, and then people are like, oh my God, the Muzungu has bought her a Bentley. Oh, now I must find a Muzungu so he can buy me a Bentley. Maybe she doesn't drive a Bentley. Tell me why. Somebody might post an expensive car, but then you'll never see another video with that car. Where did the car go? Where did it go? It's content, guys. A lot of things you see here on YouTube, it's content. Especially when it comes to these couples, it's content. They even discuss beforehand the kind of video they are going to record and post. And unfortunately, a lot of these wazungus you see making, being put in front of the camera, a lot of them don't even want to be in front of the camera. And if you know how to read somebody's body language, you can see they don't want to be there. Some of them you don't even have to read the body language. Some of them just walk away. There was one, he just walked away and she still posted the video. She didn't even edit. There's a power in editing, you guys. Get on CapCut. Download CapCut on your phone. How about when someone has divorced 2 times and you stayed with him for 6 years, then he told you he don't want to marry again but want to stay with you? What is your advice on this? It depends on whether you want to get married. It depends on whether you want to get married, because if you want to get married, then this is not going to work for you, because he doesn't want to get married and you cannot force him to get married. Prank is not real. These pranks, let's talk about pranks. Most of these pranks you're seeing, they are rehearsed, you guys. These pranks, they're rehearsed, okay? They're like, okay, so today I'm going to prank you. This is what is going to happen. And some of them, they even record a few times. They're like, no, that is not powerful enough. Do this, cry some more, do this, get more angry, punch something. These pranks are not even real. Like, I feel like when it comes to interracial couples and this content on YouTube, these are things that have been rehearsed before. These are things that, like for me here, sometimes I get nervous actually coming on live, because this is something that I'm not going to edit, right? This is something that as soon as I say end live, and I love YouTube for this actually. I love that, once you say end live, it's posted. So whatever I said, unless I delete the video or I download the video and now edit it, whatever I said, it's already said. But when it comes to a video that you are recording, you are watching it, you are editing, you are plugging it into CapCut, you are cutting some pieces, removing those and doing other things, adding transitions. How can you believe that thing is real? How? Tell me how. The only prank that I can believe is real is the one that is done like now on live. Like I tell you, okay, you guys, you sit there, we are going to prank this person, and it's live. That I can believe. But something that you're sitting down editing, putting captions, putting a lot of things, that is not a prank, guys. That is not a prank. That is something that has been rehearsed. Okay, or even if it's a prank, for real, let's say for example we start recording and then I call or I go and do something, maybe that person who was pranked has already seen it and then they have to approve it. Can I post? What do I remove? No, remove this, remove that. It's just, I feel like it's just a waste of time. Show us how to cook. For me, I actually like the content that he's showing me something. Then he says he loves you so much. He don't want anyone else. Then he says, marriage and living together to him is the same. It's not the same. No, 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 no. Nope. No, it's not the same. Living with somebody, cohabiting with somebody, it's not the same as being married. As a wife, you have rights. If this person ends up in hospital somewhere, they usually call the relatives, right? If somebody is let's say, for example, he needs to have surgery, they will say they want a relative to come and maybe authorize or go and check on him. Or you will not be allowed, you guys, you will not be allowed to go and see him if something happens to him. They will have to wait for his sister, his mother, his brother, whoever it is, a relative. You have no rights. You have no rights whatsoever. And not only that, if it's a foreigner, you will not have, of course, you will not have the possibility of you even going to his country, if that is something that you could be interested in. Even to go and visit, it's a headache because you just have to go through the visa process like anybody else. 6 years is a long time for you to be going begging at the embassy for a visa to go and visit. No, 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 no. When it comes to foreigners living together and getting married, it's not the same. Rose, nowadays, online dating is not like back then. The men are either jokers or scammers or abusers. Yes, yes, I understand. I understand. I would say even then those people were there, but now because online dating has become so popular, it's even people who won't usually be on dating apps, now they are on dating apps, because we are talking about it a lot, and it's all over social media. Therefore, somebody can come across a video and they're like, oh, okay, oh, let me check out that app and see what is going on. So you're finding people who are usually not on dating apps, they are now downloading dating apps. Some of them are just curious. They are not like, it's not somebody who said, oh, actually, I would have liked to be involved with an African woman. I would like to have a relationship with an African woman. No, it's just somebody who are like, oh, Africans, what are they about? I have never come across one, close by. I would like to see how they look like. Lady marriage is a commitment, legal in papers. You have papers that defend you as a wife. Living together to any committed, he can leave you anytime and you can't do anything to him. Yes. And he don't want to introduce you to his children. He says he still wants to protect his kids. The youngest is 26. Hey, Chineke, Rose, when you visit Austria, welcome. Yes, I have a friend actually who lives in Austria. I was planning to go to Austria this August, but then things didn't go as planned. But I will come to Austria. Actually, I will come to Austria soon. I also have a friend in Germany. Oh my God, there are so many places I would like to visit. I have made so many friends. I have met some really wonderful people online, you guys. As much as we say that online is, you cannot meet real people online, you can meet some really good friends online. I have met a very wonderful human being in Iceland. I want to go to Iceland. Jesus, where else do I want to go? I was invited to Ireland. That is very far away. But I've been to Germany, but I would like to go back now to Germany to visit my friend. I would like to go to Austria, and I will definitely go to Iceland, definitely. So, Zipporah, let me tell you something. When it comes to somebody who is saying that they don't even want to introduce you to his children and you've been there for 6 years, oh Jesus, this is paining me. This is paining me. 6 years. He don't want to marry you. He don't want to introduce you to people who are important in his life. So he wants you to remain hidden. He wants you to remain hidden. He doesn't want you to have any legal rights. He's from Netherlands. And are you in Netherlands or are you in Kenya? Because I can see by your name you're a Kenyan. He doesn't want you to have any legal rights. 6 years. That person is not even, he's not even caring about you, because if he was caring about you, he would worry about you. Then he bought a house and his company name. Hey, Truth, welcome, welcome. Hello, welcome. He bought a house in his company's name. And you're in Kenya. And the house, he bought it in Kenya, or where did he buy the house? Can you imagine living with somebody for 6 years? He don't want to marry you. He don't want to introduce you to his people. He doesn't want to give you anything that can give you some... he bought the house in Kenya. Oh, my dear Zippy. Oh, my God. This is a person who just wants to use you. I'm just gonna come out and say it. He just want to use you. He doesn't want you to have anything. This is the caliber of somebody that I was dealing with, that old Mzungu I was with. He didn't want me to hold not even 500 shillings in my hand. Finally made it to a live. Yay. Hey, welcome, Thrive. Welcome, welcome. This is somebody who doesn't want you to touch anything. He doesn't want you to touch a visa. He doesn't want you to touch a house. You see, he bought the house. He bought a house with his company's name. He doesn't want you to own anything. It's so unfortunate. He's using you. He's using you, my dear Zippy. He's using you. Hey. Oh my God. Run for your life. 6 years. You know, getting married, and this is another thing. I just posted a video, just before I came here live, I posted a video on TikTok because there's somebody who left a comment about traditional marriage. Traditional marriage to a foreigner. She was saying, she was actually replying to that person who was saying that she has met somebody who is married, and now he wants to come to Kenya and marry her. I suppose they were supposed to do some illegal stuff, because I don't see how he can be married in his country. He's a foreigner, and then he comes to Kenya, and then he should get married again, and they should start a business together. Anyway, this lady was answering to that one and saying, well, you can do a traditional marriage. And I'm like, you guys, if you decide to date internationally, fungua, open your mind, research, read, watch videos, educate yourself. A traditional marriage to a foreigner in Kenya is null and void. Go to eCitizen. Go to eCitizen. Don't even go to eCitizen. Go to Google. It is very clear. The requirements to get married in Kenya to a foreigner are very clear. There is no any other way. There is no, back door. We are so used to shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. Like, it's so straightforward. When it comes to foreigners, if there is one thing the AG doesn't play with, it's those kinds of things now. Marriages to foreigners. Then I was invited by a friend in Germany. I asked him if I could visit him in Netherlands. He told me he will book a hotel for us in Amsterdam, that we could not stay in his house. Oh my God, so many red flags. Zippy, my dear, so many red flags. Senzi, welcome. Oh my God, Team Truth in the house. Welcome, welcome. So many red flags, you guys. So many. This person is hiding something, okay? First of all, there's something he doesn't want you to know. He doesn't want you to interact with his family. Why can't you guys stay in his house? Yeah, why? Because he's hiding something. He doesn't want Zippy to see. There's something he's hiding from Zippy. He doesn't want her to see. He doesn't want his family to know that he's involved with a Kenyan woman. And this is why a lot of you're stuck in Mombasa, you're stuck in Nairobi saying, mimi ni bibi ya mzungu, but you have never met his family, you have never been to his country, you have never met his friends, anybody associated with him, you have never met, because you are a hidden secret. In fact, him and his family are racist. They don't even like black people. So he's just keeping you there just to use you for fun because of fetish. And these are the kinds of people who also talk about this traditional marriage that I'm talking about. Because they know it's not valid in his country. He's free to marry in his country. You are there, you are tied with that traditional marriage. And you believe in your head that you're married. You are not married, my sister. You are not married. You are free to marry. In fact, if you are there and you're a bibi ya mzungu, and the only thing you have done is a traditional marriage. If you meet another mzungu who wants to take you to the age, go and get married, my sister. You are free to marry. You are not married anywhere. Go and get married. Oh, He's 65. He's hiding something. And he's very clever. He bought a house using the company's name. He doesn't want to put it in your name because he doesn't want you to get anything from him, nothing. Maybe he has another Kenyan girlfriend. Maybe that is also possible. That is also possible. He could be married. He could be that he doesn't want his family to know that he's involved with Africans. There is somebody I was involved with. I don't even know why I was involved with that person, because when he came to me saying, well, can you process, he was from inaitwaje country, Switzerland. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go to Switzerland. So I was like, can you arrange for me to get a visa to come to Switzerland? He was like, no, I would never do that. I would never do that. I was like, why? He was like, there is no way I would want my friends and my family to know I am involved with an African woman. If you want you to stay at a hotel but alone first, I think it's okay. But no, he wants, no, Hope. He wants to book a hotel so they can go and stay in a hotel together, because she was traveling from Germany to Netherlands to go and see him, to go and visit him. It's not that she was just going there randomly. She wanted to go specifically to visit him in Netherlands. So he was gonna book a hotel in Amsterdam. They should stay in Amsterdam in a hotel, not in his house. Your man might be married, committed to his marriage. No way his adult children could be taken as closed gate for you. Yes. He doesn't want the family member to know. He doesn't want his family members to know. He doesn't want his children to know. He doesn't want, in fact, anybody to know about you. You're a hidden secret. And I feel like if you were to remain a hidden secret and in Kenya your life is thriving thanks to him, then maybe you could think and say, okay, anyway, my life here is not so bad, so maybe I could just, I don't know, stay with him or find somebody else to marry you or something. But he's not even giving you an opportunity to own a house. He's buying his own house by his company's name. That is a very selfish person. He has wasted 6 years of your life. Now you are 40. He met you when you are 34. He met you when you are 34 because you've been with him for 6 years. That is like my story repeating itself. 6 years wasted. For what? At least he could have bought you that house. You could say you came out with that house. No, but he bought it for himself because he's selfish. He just want to use you. He just want, when he comes to Kenya, you guys go to Mombasa, you have your mini holiday there, you do a lot of things there, then he flies back to Holland, and then you are left there in Kenya again. Wait. When I dated a 60-year-old Canadian, I met everyone, so please don't let him waste it. Yeah, it's very important, actually. It's very important that he introduces you to his people. Why is he hiding you? That's because he has no good intentions. Because if you're gonna if your plan is to spend your life with this person, your people are going to see that person. So why not introduce her to your people? 6 of the best years. Imagine. Although for me, I feel like it's never too late. We shouldn't say, oh, I stayed with this person for 10 years from when I was 20, now I'm 30. I stayed with this person since I was 30, now I'm 40. Or from when I was 40, now I'm 50. I don't think that we should think, oh my God, now all is gone, all is lost. No, all is not lost. No. All is not lost. Some are in fact looking for a caregiver just in case. Yes. Bas. Yes. And they know. We as Africans, community, family is very important. So they know we don't throw our old people away. When our people get old, we don't throw them away in some institution, some nursing home. We stay with our old people. For better, for worse. Even if they have dementia, we have to take care of them until their time comes. So they also want to have those benefits. They want you to be a caregiver and sit there and just caregive for free. At least if he had bought you that house, even if he wanted you to be a caregiver, and then if he had established a nice business for you, then you could be like, okay, Papa, you come here, we build a servant's quarter there, we bring somebody to, at least to help you take care of him, and then it's okay. You can take care of him. You're not going to be doing the job yourself anyway. In Kenya, the good thing about Kenya, it's very easy to find people that you can employ and make sure you pay them well, and the job is done, and your job is just to sit there with Papa and watch movies, watch Casablanca and Gone with the Wind, those old movies. Imagine after he told me that he bought a house under his company, we fought and separated for 6 months, so he was happy for that separation and brought his kids here and not to meet me. He took the advantage of the fight so he can bring the children to come to Kenya. Oh my God. Even if you will do the caregiver, make sure you are not losing out. Yes, if you're doing the caregiver, last time we said, if you're gonna do the caregiving thing, you have to be paid. That is a job. Okay? That is not, the problem with us, we feel, I don't know, we feel guilty for asking for what belongs to us. That is, I told you, there's when I was in Greece, I had a friend who was a Filipina. We actually met in the immigration office. That's how we became friends. And she had this guy from the UK who had retired in Greece, and he was very old. He was like 75 or something. But I know somebody could be 75 and still be strong, but this particular guy had health issues. So he was, Anyway, this lady claimed the caregiving salary. She was being paid. They were married, by the way. They are married, but she's getting paid for offering caregiving services to the husband. It's yours. Why are you doing it for free? Because, the lady told me, she's like, Rose, I cannot go and work anywhere now. I'm working here full time. I cannot work for free. What do you mean I work for free? Why? But with our African, they come here, they give caregiving services for free. And then when the papa dies, Everything is, the will is stating that all his properties belong to his children and his dog and his nephews and the dog shelter and the cancer research center, and you as the wife, you have absolutely nothing. And then you're like, but I've been taking care of him for the last 7 years. Oh my goodness, I haven't been working. That's all I've been doing. I've just been taking care of Papa. That's because you didn't claim what was yours. If you cannot go and work outside, you're working in the house, therefore you get paid for the hours that you're working. So you waste 7, 10 years looking after somebody and he's not going to leave you anything to live on. So now you go start working. You don't have work experience. You don't have nothing. You don't have anything. You're left there now crying. There's a lady actually. There's a lady in France. The Kenyan community had to come together and raise money. Hi Ruth, welcome. They had to come together and raise money for this lady. She had been taking care of Papa for I don't know how many years. And then she was left with nothing, including the house they were living in. I've shared this story before. Including the house they were living in, it was taken. She was left with absolutely nothing. And she had not been working because she's been taking care of Papa. Why are you taking care of Papa for free? Why? This is not Africa. You know, when I say we take care of our old people, we have a system. You guys, we have a system of how we do it. If you see your mother has gotten old, then you are 4 siblings, 5 siblings, then you say, okay, this is how we're going to do this. Either we are going to hire somebody and all of us, the 4 siblings, we are going to be paying this person to be taking care of Made, or Made is going to be living here for 1 year and then the other place for 1 year, or Made is going to be living with one child permanently and the other children are going to be contributing on how Made is being taken care of. So nobody is actually stopping what they are doing to earn their living to take care of Made. No. There is a system. But because when it comes to Europe, they don't have this family unit. Some of them, they don't even talk to their siblings. Their parents don't talk to the children. They don't do anything. So now, hey, welcome. So now what happens is you as an African who is married to this person, what you're doing, you are applying our system into the European system, which is going to come to bite you because it won't work. They are not going to be grateful that you have done this, okay? They are not going to be, oh my God, this African girl has been looking after Papa for 10 years. We must do something for her. We must take care of her, make sure she's okay. They don't give a about you. Hey, even Papa doesn't give a because they are used, look, they are used, a lot of them, you know, we have our own culture in Africa. I won't even say in Kenya, I'll say in Africa. We have our own culture where, like in my language, in my tribe, we say, if somebody does something good to you, you give, we say in Kikuyu, we say, gushokia guoko, like you return the good, okay, the good thing, okay? So if somebody looks after your I don't know, your father, when your father was sick until your father dies, like it's so deep in us that you have to do it. You have to do something for that person. You must return the good. That's how it is in Africa. And like, okay, I know I'm not saying that every African will do it. All Africans are saints. All Africans are good people. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying culturally, it is, even the neighbors will be looking at you, they'll be giving you a side eye. They'll be like, guy, they're chasing that girl and she has nowhere to go. Even the neighbors might come through for you. They might even protest for you. They'll be like, guy, they're chasing that girl. That girl has been looking after that old man for 10 years. She came here when she was so young. She's been with that man for such a long time, taking care of him. When he got sick, she couldn't work anymore. She just started looking after him. How can they do this to this girl? Yes, 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 Ruth. You're giving charity where it's not needed. Claim what is yours. Claim what is yours. It doesn't apply. Our cultural beliefs don't apply in Europe or in America. They don't. They are not going to return your good deeds. They won't. They'll be so quick to sell the house and kick you out. They'll give you a notice. You will be lucky if you're given 6 months. Some will give you 3 months. Some will just even come and just start kicking you out. They don't care. Especially being an African. Hey, my God, let me tell you something about being an African in Europe. And your spouse has died. Chinekeo. And he has children, grown children. And then you're there, you're like, he hasn't been talking to his children, they are enemies. No, they are not. That's what they do. They're like, take care of me. My children don't even care about me. Nobody cares about me. You're the only one I got. You're the only one I have, my wife. And there are some people. There are some people who do this thing where you move to a country, you go there with visitor's visa or tourist visa, Schengen visa, right? Here in Europe. You come with a Schengen visa, and then we have this mentality of bora nifike huko, right? So this guy is like, okay, I'm gonna facilitate you getting a Schengen visa, and then you get there. You're an African, fresh from Kenya. You're a Kenyan. You get there, and then the guy is like, you can just stay. And then you're like, really? Yeah, you can just stay, no problem. Just stay. And then you don't sit him down and say, stay like how? As who? As who? Because for you, you're like, bora nilifika. You know, it would have been better for you if he tells you to stay, you just kemboy and go and find other ways. Like, it would have been better for you to just find ways to just leave that town. Because it's so unfortunate that you're living with a citizen of that country in his house and he knows you have no papers, my friend. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Or there's something else they do here in Europe. Some countries, I know France for a fact. I know because I know. They tell you to go and sign this thing called Paxi. In France, it's called Paxi. We've talked about this. So now you are sitting there with your Paxi. You're sitting there. Nakalia kitu vizuri. Let me tell you about Paxi. It's very good amongst themselves. When it comes to Europeans and the French people, you know, whichever country it is, it's very good amongst themselves because they can pay the taxes as a household. So it's good. This is a registered cohabitation. It's registered that you're living in that house. But you have no relationship with that man as far as the government is concerned. You're not married to that man. It's just registered that you're living in that house. And you have to be paying a bill in that house. You have to be paying a bill. I raised this issue on TikTok. Wasichana walinipigia mawe. Oh, they were throwing stones at me on TikTok. How dare you? How dare you say I come to Europe and I pay the bill? I am not paying no bill. I said, even if you're not actually giving the money to pay the bill has to be in your name. Even though he's paying the bill, it has to be in your name. You need to prove that you're living in that address. There were some girls who came on my guest. They were, no, it's not necessary. That's not how it works. I don't have to pay no bill. I don't even have to have a bill in my name. All I have to do is order things from Amazon, and then they can see that I have deliveries from Amazon. My friend, go and sit there with a Paxi. All that Mzungu has to do, and you know these people have mood swings. It's not somebody that you can discuss something and say they have promised you and that the word you can take to the bank. My friend, no. You could talk about something today and then tomorrow they just, it's like you never even spoke about that. You never agreed. So all he has to do is get up in the morning with his mood swings, go to the city hall and cancel the taxi. And he can do that by himself. You don't need to be there. Yes, truth. They don't want to hear. They don't. But that is the fact. And this is why you are seeing these comments. The reason why I came here today. This is why you are seeing the comments. Oh, Rose, you're always talking negative. Rose, you never talk good things about interracial relationships. Rose, you never do this. You never do this. Yes, I never do that because there are enough people on YouTube and on TikTok talking about that. So for me, I want to tell you about Paxi, how you're going to be kicked out. Because the kapapa has woken up in the morning in a bad mood and then he's gone to City Hall and he has cancelled the taxi. You're out of status. And then he's going to kick you out of the house and there is nothing you can do. And I'll call the police. You know, there's a lady who says, oh no, stop lying to our women. Europe is not like Kenya. Europe, women have rights. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes. Yes, there is human rights. There is, of course, women have rights, children have rights. Yes, 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 I agree. But you're having rights as who? Who are you? Who are you in that country? What is your status in that country? Who are you? Who are you, my sister? Which paper do you have to prove who you are? You came on a tourist visa and you overstayed your visa. Those are girls that get shocked when their husband dies and he leaves loans behind and they, oh my God, don't even get me started on loans. Yes, very, very vindictive. Yes, yes. Yes, you have rights. We have, okay, of course, the whole world, even Kenya, we all have human rights as humans. In Kenya, there is human rights. Okay, of course, okay. As a human, you have the human, but there's this girl, you guys, those of you who have joined from TikTok, you've seen this video. There's this girl, and you guys, let us be wise when we are doing things on social media. There's this girl who committed a crime in the United States, a Kenyan, right? And she believes that she still has rights. So she committed a crime in the heat of anger, okay? She says that she was in a homeless shelter, by the way, in the US, okay? And then she you know, they did things that really, of course, I understand it can, what they did can get anybody angry. Anybody, of course, I understand. But acting in anger, cost this girl a lot of heartache and a lot of pain, you know. But the truth of the matter is she committed a crime. But she believed that she still had rights. And yes, of course, she had rights as a human being. But let me tell you something about being in a foreign land. Being in a foreign land, they can mistreat you without them even thinking about, you know, that you have human rights, or you know, you have a right as a human, or you have this. They can mistreat you, especially being an African. What are you gonna do? Your phone is already taken away. It's not like you're gonna have records of what they did to you. And to make the matters worse, this girl, after they did everything to her, because she mentioned a lot of horrible things that they did to her in that country. And then they ended up deporting her naked. She says she arrived naked in Kenya, right? Now, my sisters, she's begging the Americans to take her back to America. That is okay. You know, she would like to go back to America. That is okay. That is not where I have an issue. Where I have an issue is where she's talking badly about our country. She's talking badly about our country, where she was deported to, because that is her home. oh, corruption in my country, dirty politics. I spoke to you about corruption. We've been here on our live, we spoke about corruption in Europe. I know you were waiting for me to say corruption in Kenya. No, in Europe. The difference between corruption in Kenya and corruption in Europe is that people who deal with corruption in Europe are dealing, first of all, they are dealing with big money, so it's big corruption. So there's nobody who is gonna like do corruption for I don't know, $5,000 or something. But it's there. And in some like these East European countries, actually there is small corruption. I told you about the brown envelopes. You know, you hand over a brown envelope, then suddenly things are so smooth. Everything is so smooth. Oh my God. You know, there was one time, my husband and I took our car for what is it called? I don't know what it's called. This inspection. You know the inspection, you take your car to the police to be inspected. In Greece, it's not, you don't take the car to the police. There's a place you take the car to be inspected. It's called, in Greece, it's called the MOT. So we took the car there, and as we were waiting for our car to be checked, there was another person who came to get the car checked. Now, I think that person could see that my husband is a foreigner, you know, the one who should check the car, because there was another older guy who came with that brown envelope, and he kept chasing him with that brown envelope. That means his car had issues and he wanted the car to go through. So the guy didn't take the brown envelope. Corruption. So for you to come here and say, oh, take me to America, I want to go to... You can say you want to go to America because maybe you cannot find a job in Kenya. That is a reality, of course. A lot of our young people have no jobs. You just want to have an opportunity to, you know, to go and work. That is okay. Everybody is looking for opportunities, you know, to better their lives. That's okay. But why trash our country in the process? And you're putting it on social media? Social media. Lobby. Yes, it's called lobby. The Europeans, Americans, English, British complain about how bad things are due to corruption. Yes, absolutely. It's just that when it comes to things concerning Africa, the mainstream media has an agenda to paint Africa as, you know, and this is why I told you, if you meet somebody on a dating site and then they are just talking about Africa, you need to ask them, where have you been in Africa? How many countries have you visited in Africa? And how long did you stay in Africa? How long? How many days or how many months did you stay in those countries? Because then we can discuss those countries, you know, based on the knowledge that you gathered from those countries, then we can discuss those countries. But we cannot discuss Africa. No. You find people online, they're like, oh, you meet somebody on a dating app, they're like, I don't want to come to visit you because I don't want to come to Africa because Africa is not safe. Where? Where in Africa is not safe? Where? Because if you ask me, if it's Kenya, I don't see how you can say Kenya is not safe. You're coming to Mombasa, you're coming to Nairobi, you're coming to Nakuru, you're going to Eldoret, you're going to Kisumu. What is the problem with those places? Even if you're going to Garissa, what is the issue? The only issue is that it's going to take you a long time to get there. So, you guys, let's not trash our country to people. Let's not buy into this narrative that is... You know, we are the Kenyans. I am a Kenyan, okay? Why should I join this narrative that is being spread by foreigners who have probably never been to my country? Why should I buy into that? I was born in my country. I was raised in my country. I know my country. At you just, somebody who just saw a documentary here on YouTube about Kibera. Oh, babe, you meet somebody on a dating site. Oh, babe, I've been watching a lot of things about your country. You say, okay, what have you been watching? Oh, I've been watching about Kibera. I found this documentary about Kibera. And when I come to Nairobi, can you take me to Kibera? How about him talking about all the development projects that we have in Kenya? How about we talk about all the systems? How about we talk about that now Kenya has a system where our elderly people are actually getting some money. Yeah, it's not a lot, but every month our elderly people are actually getting some support from the government of Kenya. Not of America or government of, I don't know, France, the United Kingdom. How about we talk about that? Yeah, it's not a lot, but they're getting something. They're getting some support from the government. How about we are improving our health system? Yes, we have issues. Every country, as I said before, has issues, economic issues. But I am never going to sit here on this social media trashing my country. Hey, you are going to wait for a long time. Nope. I refuse. I refuse to join that club of trashing my country. How can you trash? How can you pee where you're eating? That's where I was born. That's my soil. Hakuna. She does it, and I will complain when I go to Kenya, to my fellow Kenyans. I'll say, oh, sijui taxes, oh my God. Oh. I will complain when I go there. But I'm not complaining on social media. Let's not do that. Even you who are doing interracial dating and international dating and meeting people internationally, refuse to buy into this narrative of Kenya is corrupt, Africa poor, Africa this, Africa that. Nope. Africa is not poor. It's actually a very rich continent. In fact, Africa, if things were to go straight forward the way they were supposed to go, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we'll be helping these Europeans, sending them musaada. Let me see your comments. I say, yes, some areas are not safe, but so is your country. I have seen a lot of scary things in the news. I state examples using America, and I tell them, let me tell you something breaking away. Let me tell you something. Don't you see that they are going in schools where children are going there to study? You are letting your child in the morning to go and study, and then somebody comes with you know what and just bang, 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 and children are gone. Is that safe? If children cannot be safe in school, anybody can walk in with, and then, children are gone. Pana, don't talk to me about safety. When my husband was coming to Kenya in 2015 to meet me, his friends were so against it. His friends were like, oh my God, Africa, and you've never been to Africa before. This is not safe. Why didn't you tell that woman to come here? And then he said, yeah, we tried that she should have come here, but she could not get the visa, so I'm going there. No, it's not safe. Oh my goodness. And then as soon as he got in Kenya, there was not that shooting in Paris. So he himself, he said, if I told my friends I was going to Paris, nobody would have said anything. Nobody would have said anything. But because I said I was coming to Kenya, suddenly everybody, oh my God, Africa is so dangerous. Oh my goodness, how can you go there? Oh, please don't go. He came, he stayed, we walked everywhere, we did a lot of things, nothing happened to him. The rate of violence in the US is very scary. Yes, it's so scary. It's so scary. And this is why I'm saying stop. Let's not spread this news and whatever they are saying. You saw a while back when CNN had to apologize on Twitter because they were like, Kenya is the hotbed of terrorism. They are terrorizing themselves. They are where they are by themselves. Terrorizing young kids. Oh my goodness. So, you guys, going back to our discussion, I feel like if we're going to talk about, let's say, interracial relationships and interracial marriages, and I feel like it would have been better if we focus on both sides. If we talk about both sides. There is people, they're talking something they don't understand. Some people who are talking about Africa have never been in Africa. Those friends of me, I'm giving an example with myself. Those friends of my husband, they had never been anywhere in Africa. Kwanza, I remember one woman who was so loud about it. She's never been to Africa. Never. Not even Tunisia. You know how Europeans sometimes they go to Tunisia or Morocco or Egypt. Nobody has even been to North Africa. Nobody. But they are so vocal. Africa dangerous. Africa, and they've never stepped their foot there, even to see what it is. Only what they have seen on TV. And what they have seen on TV, it's not believable. It's just something that, they're trying to sell some idea about Africa. And that's why I'm telling you, don't validate what they are saying. Don't do it. With those people you're meeting online, those boyfriends of yours, don't do it. No. Even my husband, when he was raising those concerns, because of course he was talking to his friends, and then, yeah, but my friends are saying Africa is not safe. I said, Africa where? You're coming to Kenya. Let's talk about Kenya. What have you heard about Kenya lately that makes Kenya unsafe? Have you read anything? Have you heard anything? I am in Kenya. I can tell you what's going on. So ask me specific questions about Kenya. I will tell you. No, I didn't say, hey, yeah, it's not safe. The thing is, when it comes to, let's say Nairobi, for example, you have your foreign boyfriend. He's coming to Nairobi. You, as somebody who maybe has lived in Nairobi, you know places where, of course, you're not supposed to walk with your white boyfriend because he can be spotted from far away, and then his wallet will go, his camera will go, which is something that happens everywhere. If you go, even, I feel like what he needs to do is follow what you're saying because you know. You put him on the spot. No, but the thing is, I have never, even when I was in Kenya, by the way, guys, this is not something that I have started now. Yes, of course, when I'm in Kenya, I do complain about, oh my God, they should fix this road. Oh my goodness, we are paying a lot of taxes. We are doing this, of course. But I have never been the kind of person who would be talking to foreigners and trashing our country. I have, even when I was in Kenya, I have never been that kind of person. Nope. I refuse to do that. So true, Rose. It's upon us to lift Africa up, tell the truth, and remember that there is no place without crime. Americans are flooding Africa for safe communities. Thank you, Thrive. Thank you. And this is why I was talking about Kibera, because a lot of them, when they come to Nairobi, they want to degrade you with Kibera. Yes. We have a ghetto, but they also have ghettos in. Go to Washington. Washington D.C. is where the White House is. Just go online. Go on here on YouTube and type homelessness in Washington D.C. Go and see the ghettos. Chicago, Illinois. Go and see the ghettos there. As I said, go New York, see the ghettos there. There's ghettos everywhere. It's not just Kibera. It's not just Kenya that has a ghetto. Ghettos are everywhere. Even in Copenhagen, there is a ghetto. That's where my husband is from Denmark. There's ghettos everywhere. Don't be intimidated by, oh, Africa poor, you have Kibera, Africa poor. If he tells you that and he's from the US, tell him Rose says that she was in New York and she was being eaten by cockroaches in Bronx and Harlem. Africa poor. Africa poor, my foot. This is why you move into these countries and then people are just asking you stupid questions because they want to put you down there as a doormat. They can walk all over. Every time you try to uplift yourself, maybe you have bought a car, you have done something for yourself, and then they just want to bring you all the way back there. They say, yeah, but are you very happy now that you're driving a car because in Africa you don't have car? What did you use to drive in Africa? Even here in Lebanon, there is ghetto everywhere, my friend. Every country. Don't let nobody lie to you. There is ghetto everywhere. The only place I think, because there is a girl I speak to on TikTok who is an au pair in Luxembourg. Okay, Luxembourg is a very small country and it's a very rich country. Okay, so I think the only place we can say maybe there is no ghetto is Luxembourg and Monaco. And Monaco, because they won't allow a ghetto to be in Monaco because that's a playground for the rich people. The day I heard Sweden has gangs and the ghetto, I was so shocked. Yes! Kwanza in Sweden, it's, oh my goodness. In Sweden, it's so bad with those gangs and everything. Ghettos are everywhere. Don't let nobody intimidate you about Kibera, about I don't know where. If you're from South Africa, there's what is that place in South Africa? Is it Soweto? Don't let nobody intimidate you with Soweto. What are they talking about? What are they talking about? There is ghetto everywhere. No, don't let nobody. If you happen to marry somebody and they move you to the US, to Europe, and you start making things happen for yourself, don't let nobody try to drag you back to telling you, oh, I have done you a favor. I have brought you here. Look, now you can drive. Look, and let me tell you, I don't know if we spoke about this before. Guys, let me tell you something, my sisters. Those of you who are doing online dating and you want to meet somebody so they can help you to relocate. Not only that, you want to find somebody who will love you, but you also have a dream of living somewhere else. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if there is something you don't know, okay? If there is something you don't know about, you can find it here online. Anything. You can find it here on YouTube. How to use even the household items. Anything. You want maybe you don't have a dishwasher and maybe you have never used a dishwasher before. You want to know how to use a dishwasher. Most of dishwashers systems are similar anyway. The model might be different, but the systems are usually the same anyway. You press the button, you select the program, and then you say wash. Okay? Don't go to America and then you're like, oh my God, a dishwasher. You know, there's a woman, these women on TikTok, I don't know what's wrong with them. There's a woman on TikTok who said that you need to show Mzungu that you have appreciated what he has done for you. If you go to the house and you find a dishwasher, you have to act mushamba. You have to act so surprised. You have to, oh babe, how do we wash? It actually washes the dishes? Really? Oh. You're degrading yourself, my sister. This person will never see you as his equal or anybody that is close to him because now he's so superior that he's got a dishwasher. Someone asked me where we get Wi-Fi. Told him we get out Wi-Fi on the tree. Those stupid questions. Do you have Wi-Fi? And yet you're speaking to him on the internet. Do you have electricity? How did you come here? If you already, let's say for example, you already went to America or to Europe, how did you come here? You tell him you swam across. If you don't have electricity, how can you have planes? You just swam across. You used a kite. There was one I said in the comment section that somebody asked, I said I used a kite. He will never respect you after that. Thank you. Thank you, Hope. And this is why people are against me, because I am against these shenanigans, this nonsense. I always, TikTok, I'm always fighting with people. Because I'm like, why? Why are you advising our young girls to go and act so inferior? So inferior. Our girls are educated, by the way. Let me tell you something about these girls you're seeing online, on dating apps. And this is why I made a video, I think about 2 years ago, because there was this trend where this, what are they called, these passport bros. They were saying that they are looking for this traditional woman, I suppose. What they were describing was a village girl, somebody who is not exposed to the ways of the world, you know, somebody who has never even been to the city, somebody who is just, you know, just not exposed, yeah? So I made a video, I said, my brothers, if you are looking for that kind of girl, you have to book a flight and go to the village. Because the people who are online, those are educated people, those are well-traveled people, those are those are people, those are not the kind of people you're looking for. These girls who are online are not stupid. And they're not the kind of people that should be advised to, when you see a dishwasher, you're like, oh my goodness, show me, how does it wash? Oh my goodness, I'm so impressed. And if you want peace in your house, you have to always show them Zungu that you're so impressed with every little thing that he's doing. Even he will start questioning himself. He's like, oh my God, what is this I brought into this house? Get online. Get on YouTube. If you have never used a dishwasher, get on YouTube. You will see how to use it. In fact, I don't know if I've shared this story with you. My husband went and bought this Kenwood. It's like a one all-in-one kind of machine. You can use it as a mixer. You can use it as a bread maker. You can use it as like it's a quite a big, complicated machine. Well, according to me, then. So now my husband tells me to go and make a milkshake. My sister. Because that thing, it's the way it's designed. If you can Google it, you'll see how it's designed. The place where you're supposed to put the oh my God, the phone is the charger. Let me look for the charger. It says that my battery is finished. Let me get the charger and then come and tell you the story. Na itabidi nitoe microphone. Aya, just a minute, I'm coming. Okie dokie. Okay. So let's put the charger so we don't. Okay, cool. And my pillows are down. Unasema nini hapo kwa comments? Tell me you used. want a virgin, but they are not. So anyway, you cannot see where you're supposed to place the blender. So what I did was I get on Google, and then I type how to use that model of Kenwood, and then how to use the blender. In fact, I was brought here on YouTube. I watched a video quickly how to do it. I did it. I made the milkshake, and it was done. Nobody found out I have never used that machine before. So what I'm saying is, don't be like that. Like, don't be the kind of person who is like, oh my God, I have never seen this before. Oh, I have never done this before. That's all you're gonna be doing. The whole marriage, you're gonna be saying, I've never done this before. I've never done this before. Of course, you've done that before. You know, the thing is, okay, in Kenya, we have all the gadgets any other country has. Okay, it's only that sometimes money is a problem. We cannot afford to buy those gadgets. But whatever it is that you actually want, you can find it in Kenya if you have the money for it. Anything. Of course. So, if somebody is asking, oh, do you have dishwashers in your country? Of course we do. Oh, do you have... right now, I will not talk a lot about washing machines because a lot of people now do have washing machines. So anyone who is asking you about washing machine, like, what are they talking about? All those Airbnbs, most of them have washing machines anyway. The only thing we don't use a lot is dryers because our weather is so good. You just wash your clothes, you put them out in the sun, they dry, they get fresh air, nice. So all I'm trying to say, this whole degrading yourself, and having this thing this view that somebody is superior than you because of the color of their skin or where they come from. Stop it. Hakuna. Especially if you're married to somebody, that is just your husband. That's who he is. Of course, I'm not saying don't respect your husband. Of course, you're going to respect your husband. You're going to love and respect your husband. But you're not going to worship him like a god. He's not your god. I told you there's a woman on TikTok who is worshiping her Mzungu husband from morning to evening. Even God could strike that Mzungu with anger because she's worshiping him like Jesus. Oh, hallelujah, my Mzungu. Oh, hallelujah. You will never understand where he got me from. Hallelujah. If that Mzungu decides to turn on you, he will abuse you. It's like you show somebody that your life, it's like you are not living before. Yes, you had your struggle. I have struggled myself a lot. Oh my God. If I was to come here, by the way, guys, I'm writing a book. Get your checkbook ready to buy my book. Kairetu says, I will never worship Kimutu. You are worshiping somebody, a human being. Yes, I understand. He took you to America. He brought you to Europe. You are able to have opportunities. But don't worship a human being. Oh my goodness. Hi, Rose. Hi, welcome. Welcome, Betty. No. We are not worshiping people. We are not worshiping people. That's not what we are doing. White, black, yellow, whatever color they are. Blue. I don't know if there are some human beings that are blue. We are not doing that. Marriage, in my opinion, marriage is not a place where that now you feel that you are inferior and this person is superior to you and you must worship them. Worshipping that person is not going to sustain that marriage, guys. Especially when it comes to these intercultural marriages where you don't even have support. Do you know, our marriages in Africa, have a lot of support. You guys, if you have never realized. And you know what? Majority of Wazungus I talk to on dating sites are very much afraid of strong women. They are searching for inferior women to make them a doormat, a door carpet. Exactly. Exactly, and this is why you have to be careful. This is why you have to be careful. And these are things that I talk about on my videos, and that's why people are now getting against me. They're like, I'm talking negatively about interracial relationships. This is a fact. This is a fact. A lot of people, a lot of these foreigners who get on dating apps looking for African women, you have to be careful with them. You shouldn't get so excited that somebody say, I'm looking for an African queen. They use those things, those terms. I'm looking for an African queen. I'm looking for my queen from Uganda. Why? Why? Why are you looking for a woman from Uganda? You know, Kenyans right now, you know, during our time, we actually used to dominate those dating sites. We were very good. We were very good women. Everybody used to say they want a woman from Kenya, but now they don't want women from Kenya. Now they want women from Uganda. So why? Why a woman from Uganda? Hata nikipata na mwanaume ananyamba pesa siwezi mwabudu. Oh my God, you have to be dumb or act weak to be with a lot of them because they are weak and have low self-esteem. Worshipping a man is not acceptable. Thank you. Let love lead. Not otherwise. Let it be about love, you guys. Just find, you know, the thing is, let's read more comments. Finally got to see you live. You're very insightful. Thank you, thank you. God bless you, Rose. You don't know how you inspire people and make them make a U-turn. Yes, good. To correct their path. You are just amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is actually my intention with my content. Why they don't want Kenyan women. Kate, you know why. You've been to my lives for years now. You know, when we first started those lives, things were going well, by the way. But then Kenyans spoiled those dating sites and then they started getting kicked out of the dating sites. Because of misbehavior, because of misinformation on TikTok. You guys spoiled those dating sites because of TikTok. And I asked you, I said, those people who are giving information on TikTok, some of them, I'm like, it looks like they just want to sabotage you. They don't even want you to find that American boyfriend you're looking for. They don't want you to go to America so you don't overtake them. So you don't beat them. They just want to be the ones in America. They only want to be the ones in Europe. So they're sabotaging you. They're giving you false information so you can mess yourself up. Or those ones who are involved with old people who are so old that they have to get drunk to be with those people, they also want you to be like that. So you can also get drunk and be an alcoholic. And when I say that, that person who left that comment that I was addressing on this live, when I talked about that person came attacking me saying, oh, why don't you tell us if your husband is within that age group where you're getting drunk to look at your husband? This is somebody who has not watched my videos, because if you go through my page and watch my story, watch all the things that I say in my videos, you won't be leaving such a comment, my sister. 9 years I sit here drinking alcohol so I can look at my husband. Hey, Chineke, Papa. You know, if I was that desperate, you guys, I'm tired. I just want somebody to love me and give me peace. That's all. And that's what I found. And I'm happy. I'm happy. I just wanted peace in my life. Why they don't like Kenyan women? Yeah, we said they don't like Kenyan women because Kenyan women went online dating as a business. They're using online dating as a business, and they're being told if somebody is not sending you money, don't talk to that son of whatever. That's what they're being told. And if they listen to that, of course, you'll never find somebody. If I was to listen to such, listen you guys, if I was to listen to that information, I wouldn't have been married today. If I came on TikTok and I was told, is he sending you money? And then I said, no, he's not sending, dump him now. Then I would have dumped my husband because he never used to send me money. I told you, I've been open about this. TikTok creators, let me read your comment. TikTok creators in interracial relationships are doing a lot of harm. Thank you. You also know the word Chineke. Yes, I know. I know because we interact with a lot of Nigerians. You are one of the content creators that don't do clickbaits and you tell the truth. Yeah, I don't like those clickbaits. I just, whatever it is that I'm talking about in the video, I must put on the thumbnail. I don't like, just, and then you find the video is about something else. I don't like that. You have opened many eyes. Thank you so much. On TikTok, my page has grown very slowly. Those people who spread lies and fake news about interracial dating, their pages have hundreds of thousands of followers. Mine right now it's at 58,000 followers on TikTok. And I'm happy with that. For the longest time, actually, I was at 25,000 and I was happy with that. I was happy with that. Because I feel like a lot of them, they're chasing followers, and just sharing misinformation and just misleading our girls, and that is not why I started. I didn't start creating content on TikTok actually for followers. I just wanted to share information. Whoever comes across my video, that is okay. Rose, 3 days ago, I was banned on dating. See? I told you. Kenyans are being kicked out of those dating apps, especially Kenyan women. Now they actually want Kenyan men to join those dating apps. But Kenyan men now, they don't want to. Do you know Kenyan men will not want to deal with these old women because it's very difficult. For you as a young, let's say Kenyan woman, to deal with an older man, it will be easier than a young Kenyan man to deal with an older woman, foreign woman. It will be very difficult. And that is why you don't see a lot of those relationships. You always see a young woman with an older man. But if you see one or two of a young man, it becomes a big deal. In fact, there is a video I saw, that video had like 2 million views or something. Because they were like, everybody was like, oh my God, he's so young and he's dating a grandmother. Oh my goodness. There is even a couple, they're interracial couple. They're both young because they saw the potential. They're both young. The girl is young, a white girl, and she's young, and the black guy, and he's young. And then they use the filter, I think it's a snap, I don't know what filter they're using, to make the girl look old so they can trend. And sure enough, they're trending. They're trending. I went to the site to give him a lesson. Yeah, who? Let me see. A man took me off the site and everything changed. A romance scammer, he posted a photo of his... Okay. I said if somebody sends you such photo, you should go and look for a photo on Google or on, what is this thing called? Telegram. You should go on Telegram and find the ugliest you can find and send it to him. You look great, like 29 years old. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. So you guys, I feel like the reason why Kenyan women are being kicked out of dating sites is because you're going there because you've been advised. You've been advised that once you get there, you get somebody off of the dating app, get his contacts, get him on a video call, ask him for money. Ask him for money. Tell him your house is on fire. Tell him your grandfather has swallowed jembe. Tell him your grandmother is pregnant with twins. Oh my God. I don't know why we think people are so stupid. I don't know why we think that these people you're meeting online, these foreigners, you think they're so clever, and this is why they're able to take advantage of you. In almost all cultures, young women take old men, but for young men to take an old woman is just disgusting, abnormal, my opinion. But you know, if you go to the coastal region of Kenya, especially let's say Mombasa, Malindi, you find those older ladies who, you know, they just want to go with those young men. You know, you find a woman who is 60 and she wants to be with that young man, young blood. There was one here on YouTube who was crying that her Kenyan boyfriend has scammed her all her money, and she found out that he was actually married. Of course he was married. Like, what do you expect? What do you expect? He's a young man. Of course he's married. Of course he's gonna marry. Like, he wants children. Oh my God. And this is the thing I talk to our young ladies about when they say, well, I am dating this 60-year-old man and he doesn't want children. Of course he doesn't want children. And of course you want children because you're young. Because you're young. And he already had his children, and he's got his grandchildren. So when you're getting into this relationship, you have to decide. You have to make a decision. And a time will come, even as you are going into this relationship, a time will come when you will want to have children. Then what? This is why I say these relationships, as much as you people, you're complaining that I'm talking against them, these relationships are doomed to fail. I said it. They are doomed to fail because as a 22-year-old girl with a 60-year-old man, you don't have a lot in common. You don't have a lot in common because this person has already had his children, he already has his grandchildren, and you have nothing. And a time will come when you will want to have, you know, there was this couple, a time will come when you'll want to have children. There is this couple, they've been together for 7 years. They just broke up. I think I spoke about this. The guy is 60, he said he's 68, he's on TikTok. He's made it open. It's not something that I'm gossiping about. He made a video. He's 68. She's now 27. They met when the girl was 20. The girl is now 27. You can guess what is happening and you can guess what broke up that relationship. You can guess and you'll be correct. It's because the girl now wants to have children, of course. She has, the maternal instinct has hit as it happens. And the man he's got grandchildren. So even as you're getting into these relationships and you don't want us to talk about your relationship and you don't want us to say that it's not gonna last, of course it's not gonna last. It's not. And you can scream. It's not gonna last. Because right now you're young and you don't know what you want. Because I've been there. That's why I'm saying, because I've been there. When I was 20, I didn't know what I wanted. All I wanted was actually to have money. I just wanted to omoka. That's all I was thinking about. I was just thinking about, money. Yes, of course. I wasn't thinking, oh, Rose, would you want to have children? I wasn't thinking until that age, the age that the girl has reached now, and she has left the old man, 27. 27. I was 27 when I flushed my pills down the toilet. But not before speaking to the guy, because I wanted everything to be in the open. So even as, this is why I always say these relationships, they need to be in the open, because even the guy knows, by the way. Don't think that these old men are so stupid. In fact, they are so intelligent. They are so clever. They are so intelligent. They just want to have their fun in their old age, for you to make him feel young, for him to fulfill his fantasies, and for him to have this young little thing to play with. You're just a toy. You're just a toy. So make yourself an expensive toy. Make yourself into an expensive toy. You're just a toy to him anyway. I mean, everyone have their own choice, but for a young woman, she can raise children when young, but young man might end up having no children before this woman kicks him out. You're so beautiful by heart and feet to be a more. Oh, really? Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, since you're a toy, be an expensive toy, okay? And put things in the open. Be confident. Think like Rose. I know you are 20. Think like you're in your 40s. Think like me. Have the confidence. Even as you're being told to act foolish and to act stupid and no. Have you ever watched that clip? That clip is everywhere. It's on Instagram. It's here on YouTube. It's on TikTok. There is this movie called, is it that one called Gentlemen Prefer Blondes or something? This girl says that she can be smart when she needs to, but most men don't like it. It's the actress is Marilyn Monroe. Yes. You can see that clip. It's everywhere. It's gone viral. It's everywhere. So even as you're acting stupid, be smart. When you need to be smart, be smart. Be smart, my sister. Be smart. And I feel like when it comes to interracial relationships, and especially these age gap relationships, we tend to think, there's a girl who went live, I saw her yesterday, saying, get on a dating app, don't speak to young white men, speak to old white men. Because she said her reasoning was, old white men already made their money, they have raised their children, so they are going to spoil you. They are going to spend all their money on you. And young white men, they're living in their mother's house, they have no money, they have nothing, so don't speak to them, speak to old people. I was like, Rose, skip that live, because I was so tempted to go in there, but I didn't go in there. Yes, some older men might have some savings, but there are also some men who don't have any money. In fact, they want to find a young woman so you can come and have a job so you can be supporting him. Do you know there are people who are actually supporting these old men? These old white men. He comes to your country, he lies to you, he has taken a loan, so he's impressing you with money that he has taken a loan. Okay? So you're like, oh, he's old and he's rich, so I'm going to his country and I'm gonna have the Chihuahua lifestyle. And then you get there, you find that when you get the job, you have to help him start paying the loan, the money that he was impressing you with. Ati we uko wapi? They are old men who made nothing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There are people who are on pension. Okay, there are people who own their houses. Okay, maybe he has a house and he owns it. He only pays the property tax. Okay, that's good. He's on pension. Okay, he's getting his pension. At hiyo ni ujinga walai. He's on pension. But maybe the pension is not enough to sustain the two of you. So when you get the job, now you have to be supplementing his pension and your salary. You have to work, my sister. If you want to go on holiday because you want to impress your peers on TikTok to say how this Muzungu is supporting your soft life, you have to work 2 jobs. Hey, you want to go on holiday. His pension cannot take you on holiday. You know, life in Europe is expensive, actually. Even in these countries where they go to retire, you know, they come to Portugal, they come to Spain, they go to Greece. Although a lot of them are moving out of Greece, actually. Greece has become, the cost of living is going higher and higher, and the quality of life is going lower and lower, unfortunately. That's the truth about Greece. So Portugal, Spain, Italy, they go there, but life there is not cheap either. And unfortunately, if you move to Italy, there's a guy who was talking about Italy, about these foreigners who are moving to Italy, coming from America, coming from other parts of Europe, especially Scandinavia, you know, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland. They move to Italy and Spain and Portugal. So this guy was like, you people who are coming to Italy thinking life is cheap here in Italy. Hey, shock on you. So he made a video. He made actually a very detailed video about life in Italy. He talked about different cities, different locations in Italy. And he was saying it's not as you think. And the problem now for you as an African girl who has moved to Italy with an old man, you're going to depend on his pension. And also, there are no job opportunities for you. This is why I posted that video, you guys. That is why I posted that videos about struggling economies in Europe. It's beautiful. Greece is beautiful. Italy is beautiful. Spain is beautiful. Portugal is beautiful. They are so beautiful countries. That's why people go on holiday to those countries. The weather is good. You know, the weather is good, right? But these touristic destinations in Europe are not ideal for you as an African, I'm sorry to say. I have experienced it. I have lived in Greece for 9 years. I can share with you my wisdom, what I have learned. In fact, I have created a video, I'm gonna post it, about my experience living in Greece for 9 years. It's not ideal for you guys. Unless, as I said, unless you're living in these big cities like Athens, obviously any capital city in anywhere in the world, any capital city, you have a chance of applying for a job with a company, with a hotel, with the, you know, there's so many things happening in the city. So chances of you even going to school and earning something, you know, applying a proper job and earning your money, the chances are there, right? But a lot of people who are moving to these low-cost countries, they are not living in big cities, because the purpose of moving to those countries is to lower the cost of living. Somebody has gone on pension, therefore he wants to maintain, to sustain a level of lifestyle, but with the same amount of money. You get me? Therefore, he's not going to go live in the heart of Athens, because houses in Athens are expensive. He's not going to go and live in Rome. Of course, he's not going to go and live in Milan, in the heart of Milan. Like, how are you retiring from Scandinavia with your pension, and then you're going to find a 3-bedroom house or apartment in Milan that is costing you 4,000 euros a month? Utatoa wapi? I don't know if you're getting my picture. So even as you're saying, go for old men, they have money, they are rich, they will give you soft life. Yes, they will give you soft life, but then that soft life that you think you're going to get, or you say they're going to give you soft life and you're going to get opportunities. No, you won't. No, you won't. You're gonna depend on that small pension, so everything is minimal, everything is limited, because the money, you guys, let me tell you the let me tell you the truth of living with an old white man when they're trying to get the most for their money. That old man I was living with in Kenya, we used to go to the supermarket, and I told you this before. We used to go to the supermarket, you take something from the shelf, he takes it from the basket and puts it back on the shelf. That's my story. That is something I have experienced. And it has happened a lot. I have seen it on TikTok, girls complaining that when they go with these old men to supermarkets, that's what they are doing. When they go to the shops, like fashion shops where you want to buy clothes and everything, they come, they look at the label, now put it back, too expensive, too expensive. So tell me, you are living in Italy, okay? He's on pension, you can't get a job in Italy, so you can't make your own money. You still want to impress your people on TikTok. How are you gonna do it? How are you gonna do it, my sister? Yes, use your head, exactly. Use your head. And this is why I'm here, and I'm not gonna stop you guys. Okay, I'm gonna stop now because this live is gotten very long, but I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep feeding you this information. I'm gonna be telling you, if you're gonna date an old man, then make sure he's not gonna retire in Greece. I'm sorry. Make sure he's gonna continue living in that country where there is opportunities for you. But if he's gonna retire, then just know that you are not gonna make anything out of your life. You're not. First of all, you're going to a country where the language is so difficult. And another thing, even if you go to school in that country, that education in that language is not recognized anywhere. Unless you do something like nursing. Of course, nursing, it's nursing. You know, you're working in the hospital, okay, nursing is nursing. Did you see in Kenya, I don't remember which election we were having, there was a guy who wanted to run for presidency in Kenya, and then he brought some certificates from Greece. I don't know you guys if you can remember that. I know a lot of you are young. The older ones who are here, they can remember. I don't know whether it was in 2007. Yeah, I think it was in 2007. Rose, you can be someone who can be an home... What? Rose, you can be someone who can be an honest politician. The world needs an honest politician. Do you remember the guy in 2007? If I'm not mistaken, it was in 2007. He wanted to be the president of Kenya, and according to the Kenyan law, there's some level of education that you have to have reached in order for you to run for presidency in Kenya. There's a guy who brought some I don't know, some papers from Greece. He was disqualified. But he didn't do it correctly, because what he needed to do is go to the foreign affairs in Greece and have those papers translated in English. He brought them as they were. He was disqualified. He was disqualified. And this is why when I was talking in that video about marriage requirements for a foreigner to come and marry somebody in Kenya, this is why I said it's very difficult for you to bring fake papers, because it's required that you go to the proper institution for those papers to be translated. Whether it's the embassy, whether it's the foreign affairs, like you have to go to the proper institution for that paper to have the proper stamp. Okay? So like for me, when I brought my my papers from Greece, which was marriage certificate, which it's clear it's a marriage certificate with my name and my husband's name, right? And it of course it was the blue copy with the paper from the Foreign Affairs Ministry in Kenya. I had to take it now to the Foreign Affairs Ministry in Greece, you guys, for it to be translated into Greek, from English to Greek, to be accepted by immigration. This is why I was saying we cannot play these games with foreigners. We cannot play these games of saying, Ati, you know shortcut, you know how you can do things, and you can still get married even if somebody is married in his country. It's not possible. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. As much as whatever you think about our country, my friend, there are some institutions in our country you cannot play those games. Because this is something that you're dealing with somebody from another country with documents that are supposed to come from another country. Mutajifunga. Guy, you people will end up in jail. Did you ever see that evil man again? No, he's dead. Before you know, the old man was castrated long time ago. Bas, thank you. Thank you, Truth. Thank you. Thank you. We're gonna talk about that. I'm not on dating sites and I don't want to marry a foreigner, but I can listen to you. You don't even want to marry a foreigner. Some of them here that are listening to me, they're actually already married anyway, but they're listening to me, which I really appreciate. Thank you so much for your support. Vasectomy. Guys, let me tell you about vasectomy. I shared this story on TikTok and then people came for me. Aki mimi sijui. I don't know what's wrong with that platform. Hey. Okay, I know even here on YouTube, of course, there are people who leave negative comments. I usually block them immediately. I don't even deal with them. But anyway, I shared this story about vasectomy. I had met this guy from the UK. And things were going so well, by the way. Things were going so well. Now, on one of our video calls, he mentioned something about vasectomy. Some of them are honest, by the way. Okay, it's good to ask these questions, but some of them will be upfront with you. They'll be like, do you want children? If you say yes, they'll be like, oh, then this cannot work because I've had a vasectomy and I don't want any more children. So I speak to this guy and then he mentions vasectomy and then I don't pay attention. I did not pay attention. Haya. And then we continue with the relationship. And then I remember one time we were having a conversation on a video call and then I'm like, oh, we're gonna make such cute babies. We're gonna make such cute babies when the time comes. He was like, what are you talking about? I said, our babies, of course. I said, well, I would actually, I don't know if we'll be able to, but I would like us to try and make a baby. He was like, but I already spoke to you about my vasectomy. Now, because it was in the heat of the conversation, I didn't even register that what a vasectomy was. So for me, I don't know why my head told me it's like a medical condition. I said, we can always go and see the doctors and things will be fixed, no problem. He was like, no. There's nothing that is going to be fixed because I'm the one who made that decision. I already had my 2 children and I went and I had the vasectomy. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. After we ended the video call, I went now reading about vasectomy. I was, he had surgery so he cannot get any woman pregnant. Oh my God. This is not gonna work, is it? So that relationship ended like that because I always, of course, wanted to try and have a baby even though I knew that I would have issues, but I did want to try. Yeah. So a lot of them have had vasectomies. That is true. They have had this procedure where they cannot get you pregnant. And there's a lady who usually tells us stories on TikTok. She's a vibe. She told us that there was a time the Mzungu wanted to break up with her, and then she was like, she was trying to figure out how she's gonna salvage this relationship. So she was like, I'm gonna tell him I'm pregnant. So they go for, for lunch, and she say, oh, I would like to talk to you, I don't like how we ended things, and there's something I need to talk to you about, something serious. So they go and they sit down, and then she starts crying. She's like, how could you do this to me? And it's the wrong timing anyway. I'm pregnant. So the guy starts laughing. He's like, what? So anyway, long story short, he tells her that he cannot get any woman pregnant because he's had a vasectomy. So he was like, so you've been cheating on me this whole time. Where did you get the pregnancy from? You see? You people, before you go telling somebody you're pregnant, you need to make sure that he hasn't had a vasectomy. Hey, Chinekeo. The Muzungu got up and just left her there with the leftovers of the lunch. You're telling somebody you're pregnant and he's had a vasectomy. He said, I had a vasectomy long time ago. I cannot get anybody pregnant. It's not possible. Hey. Ask these questions. If you want children in the future, make sure that that person can facilitate you having children. And when I had this discussion, because we actually had a live stream where we discussed these issues of vasectomy, circumcision. We like on TikTok, we discuss all these things. And unfortunately on TikTok, there's always people who are trying to fight you, just trying to dispute everything you're saying. Because when I spoke about vasectomy, they're like, it can be reversed. It's not a permanent thing. It can be reversed. The chances of reversal working are very slim. In fact, you can check the statistics on Google. They're very slim. It's like when a woman gets her tubes tied, okay, your fallopian tubes tied or cut off, like mine, one is missing, it was cut off. Reversing that that procedure, let's say you got your tubes tied, reversing that procedure now that you can conceive, the chances of you conceiving are very slim. You have a very slim chance of conceiving. And unfortunately for a woman, even if you conceive, you can have an ectopic pregnancy. That is when the embryo implants in your tube, and then that is a very dangerous situation to be in. So when it comes to reversal, vasectomy reversal, first of all, you have to convince him to reverse, which of course there was a reason why he had a vasectomy, is because he didn't want to have any more children. So let's say you succeed and you say, hey, Papa, go under the knife again. Let them put things back together, the things they chopped off. Okay, then they go. They try. Chances of it being successful are very slim. Okay? So, I know there are so many things that you people can dispute. You can come and say, well, they can always go and remove the sperm manually and do IVF. This is somebody who never wanted to have children in the first place. Okay? So, because these are things I face sometimes when I raise these issues. These are things I face where people are like, of course there is a reversal. Of course, even if the reversal doesn't work, they can remove the sperm and do IVF. Of course, he never wanted to have children. He never wanted to have children. It's the same as the story we had with our sister. Somebody who doesn't want to get married. And then there's some who be like, of course I can convince him to get married. Some of these people, when they make a decision about something, oh my God, you're not going to change his mind. And then there was the issue of circumcision. We talked about this, and then women were like, of course I can get him to go and get circumcised. Guys, hey, Kenyans, and it's Kenyans. Kenyans are so bold. Hey, they believe in themselves. Uyo mzungu, I will take him to the doctor and have him circumcised. What are you talking about, Rose? Okay, to be fair, there is one lady on TikTok who said that she was going to leave her mzungu. The mzungu was from which country? I don't remember. But She said, I like everything about our relationship, and everything was going well, but I cannot be with you unless you go and sharpen the pencil. So the Mzungu was like, that's the reason you want to leave me? She was like, yes, I cannot deal with that. She was like, I'll get that pencil sharpened so good. I'm going to speak to my doctor tomorrow. And she said he spoke to the doctor, he was explained the risks and the recovery period and everything. He went and did it. So it is possible. I must give both sides. It is possible that if somebody really loves you and you want to leave them because of that, they can have it done. But can you imagine a 50-something? I think the guy was like 55 or something. Can you imagine a 50? Lakini mapenzi wewe, love is strong. I think that was love, by the way. I think that was love. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for coming to my live today. It's been wonderful. Thank you for the likes. Oh my goodness, you really liked the video. Thank you so much for the likes. To summarize my live today, I'm just gonna again say that I am gonna continue with my content as it is. I'm not gonna change anything. I am not gonna start doing things that other YouTubers are doing here on YouTube. I'm not gonna get my husband into my content because I feel that is not necessary. He doesn't have to explain anything about our marriage, because even I haven't really talked a lot about our marriage here on YouTube or TikTok. I haven't said much about it. I just spoke to you about how I met him, and we are still married, happily married, I thank God. And that's it, because my content is about just giving tips, especially to young girls, okay? My content is directed to young girls who are doing online dating, and those ones who are in interracial relationships, those ones who are maybe newlyweds who would like me to answer their questions. Maybe they are struggling with something. I'm open. I'm not gonna say anything here. If you share with me something on Instagram and you tell me this is between us, of course I'm not gonna share it here. So that's why I'm here, you guys. That's why I make myself available. It's just because of that. It's not about me showing what I have or what I don't have, or how my life is or how my life is not. Like, we have enough of that already. Something, Leo. Thank you so much, Kairetu, for joining. Thank you, Truth, for being here. You stayed until the end. Oh my God, mine has been long also today. Thank you so much, Betty. You've been here since the beginning. Hope. Oh my goodness, Wangare, so many of you. Evra, I see you. Oh, thank you. I highly appreciate you, everybody. Thank you so much. I've seen your comments. Thank you so much. Nekesa. Oh, you made it to live as we are ending the live. We've been here for a long time. You missed, but you'll watch the video. I'm going to post the video immediately. This is why I love YouTube. You go live and then the video is just here and then it posts. Because on TikTok, we stay live and then it doesn't post. And if you try to download, of course the video is too long for the phone. My Instagram handle is roseblogger2. Roseblogger, like here, and then you just add number 2. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you. Lucy, I think Lucy Masharia was actually the first one. Thank you so much. You've been here the whole time. I highly appreciate you, my sister. Thank you so much. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe if you like this content. If you like somebody who is Bibi ya Mzungu but they don't like posting the Mzungu, please follow me. If you want to follow Bibi ya Mzungu who wants to post the Mzungu, that is not me. My page is just about tips, guys. That's all it's about. It's about tips. And I also want to say that I have nothing against interracial relationships. Like, how can I have something against interracial relationships? So it's not about me always being negative about interracial relationships, but it's me shining the light on the other side, because this side has already been exposed so much. It's all over YouTube, it's all over Instagram, it's all over Facebook, it's all over TikTok. this side of, oh, look at me, baby, I'm Mzungu, the grass is green on this side, there are more opportunities here, look at what I have bought, look what my Mzungu has bought, look at the flowers. Some of them are buying themselves flowers and they're bringing here to make content. It's content. So for me, I just want to show you the other side also, so you know, and give you tips for your online dating journey. That is what I'm about. I'm not about showing Mzungus or whoever or anybody on social media, especially somebody who doesn't even want to be on social media. I'm not about that life. I'm not doing that. Sorry, guys. It's not gonna happen. Sorry, guys. And to that person who keeps leaving negative comments on my video, I have entertained you for a long time because it's good to look at people and see maybe the angle that they're approaching you from. Okay, but now I can see it's actually about negativity. It's not about raising discussions or raising things that we can talk about and things that I can make video about. I can see it's somebody who just want to leave negativity on my page. So if you don't like my content, you're the reason I started this live. You're the one who left that comment and I wanted to address it once and for all. The comment about me showing my husband, and you had left another comment which I addressed about the reason why I'm not showing my husband. You said is because I need to get drunk to look at him. So I can see it's all about negativity. You want to I don't know what you have against me or my content, but I am now addressing you directly, telling you if you don't like my content, please leave my page. I'm not gonna change my content, and this is the last time I'm addressing you. Because I don't like blocking people so quickly. I like looking, because I don't want to be just somebody who assumes something is negative. It could be like it's not negative, but for now I am starting to see it as negative. Okay, so this is my content. This is what I talk about. There's so many content creators here on TikTok who make content about different things, so I have a right to share my content the way I want to share it and the kind of content that I want to share on my channel, right? So if I'm not your cup of tea, of course I cannot be a cup of tea to everybody. It's not everybody who is gonna like me. It's not everybody who is gonna like my videos. It's not everybody who is gonna like my live streams. So if you don't like me, you don't like my content, I'm not your cup of tea, I respect you, I respect your opinion, kindly leave my page now. Or if you're gonna continue watching my content, it's okay. You're welcome. You're more than welcome. Of course, I want subscribers. Come on now. But please stop doing that. Please stop doing that. For the other girl who left a comment on my post, the one who said that I'm always talking about negativity when it comes to interracial relationships. For you, I understand you. You are not coming from a place of negativity. But I just want to, again, to clarify that my page is not about look at my Mzungu, look at my Mzungu. That's not what my channel is about. So if you like it, if you like the way I do my content, of course, stick around. There is more coming. But if you are more about show me your Mzungu and show me how wonderful and beautiful and all these butterflies and unicorns and all this about interracial relationships, then you have to follow the other pages, those big pages. And as I said, if I wanted to grow this page like within 2 months, all I had to do is bring my Mzungu, look at me and my Mzungu, or post my old videos where we've been on holidays and being where. And then, but then for me, I find that is pointless because I won't be giving you any value. So my content stays the way it is. I feel like I'm talking on TikTok because this is how I talk on TikTok, because I get a lot of new followers and then they attack me for how I do my content. But I hope it's not gonna happen here on YouTube. This is what my content is about, and it's gonna be that way. This channel is just gonna be that way. It's not gonna change. So I highly appreciate your support, you guys. Thank you so much for always liking my videos, for your comments. I'm not saying that I get a lot of negative comments. Actually, I get some really encouraging comments that keep me going. Because when you get a nice comment, you're like, hey, yeah, people like my content. Then you create more content, you know. So yeah, thank you for joining my live today, and we shall I will try to come again next Sunday. I know previous Sunday I couldn't come, we went somewhere and then we came back home late, so I couldn't get on live. But next Sunday, we God willing, I hope nothing will happen, because we have a guest. We have a very special guest. You're going to love our guest. You're gonna love the topic that we're gonna talk. If you're there and you're a young lady between the age of 18 to 30, please don't miss that live. Thank you so much, and I will see you on my next one. Bye bye for now, and have a wonderful week ahead. I will see you. Bye.